If I'm meditating by a river, I might start and just be witnessing my breath. Maybe some thoughts come through. They come, they go. At some point, I become aware of the sound of the water. There's a little waterfall, just water rolling over stones on that water there. And it's really this intricate, beautiful, peaceful sound. And it's been there the whole time. I might have been meditating for 1 minute, 10 minutes. At some point, it just surfaces, that my awareness surfaces about that sound. But that sound's been there the whole time. And I have this realization, why wasn't I hearing that sound? It's not like something I don't want to hear. There's selective hearing. Definitely have experienced that, where I'm not hearing something because I don't want to hear something. And I've been on the other end of that too. But this wouldn't be that, because I definitely am enjoying that sound once I realize it's there. Once I let it in, maybe. Once I become available for it. That's really it. It's not that the nutrient isn't there, but is the nutrient bioavailable? And in this case, it's, am I available for it? So maybe am I bioavailable? If you focus on water, a glass of water, let's say, and you send it love, it will change the water. We are also made of water, and so it'll change you as well. This is a little bit what happens when you say a prayer before a meal. You change the water within the food, within the drink. You also change the water within yourself. And so it's working both ways. The food is actually becoming more bioavailable, the nutrient in the food, but you are becoming more bioavailable for that nutrient too. How to unlock nutrients is maybe more powerful than sourcing the nutrients themselves. It's true, you want to find local, seasonal food, source it well, but it's also true, you want to take a moment before you eat and change the food and yourself. It becomes more delicious. It becomes nutritious on another level. It's a thing of harmonics. I've heard it said. It was a guru. I don't know what guru, but some guru at some point said, you can love anyone just at the right distance. So what's the distance that you can love this person? It's a different distance in which you can love that person. Like, I know some people that I can love up close. I know some people that I need to love at about 7 hours of a drive away for about 2 days, and then it expires. I know some people I need to love from another planet. But I can still love them. It's just at the right distance. I think about some extreme examples. Someone who maybe is seeming like a sort of villain almost. Even that person at the right distance, maybe from another galaxy, but yes, I can find love. I can love them. It's also a little bit to do with finding our purpose, everything in its place, in its right place, so to speak. Maybe this person is just misplaced. They're in the wrong role. I'm in the wrong role to them. They're in the wrong role. They're not aligned, so to speak. Let's say with their job, maybe they need to quit their day job. Maybe they somehow landed in a position of being president of a country, but that's not the right job for them. Maybe the better job for them is to be a used car salesman, and they would just rock that. Or maybe if they were in charge of a dump, and they kind of wheeling and dealing and arranging, like, oh yeah, like we couldn't find a place to, get rid of all this styrofoam, but so-and-so actually needs the styrofoam, or like, and they're pocketing money in this process, sure, but they're also finding a home for all the things, and anyway, maybe it's just not the right job for them. It's not the right role, but if they were in another job, you might love them. It might be a perfect fit. And it's just as simple as that. If we can just align, we'll find ourselves to the right work, the right job. And in that, it all kind of works out. So maybe quit your day job and follow what lights you up. And then there's a whole chain effect. If we all did that, beautiful. But it's not so much about the doing. I've also heard it said we're human beings, not human doings. So if we're just focused on finding the right job, that's a little bit human doingness, right? But if you focus on your beingness, who you actually, your true authenticity, the job will kind of come out of that rather than trying to do and be a human doing and find it that way. It's a little bit like I came up before the computer, right? But then the computer came up, and then there's this thing, online dating. I don't even know what that means, but if you were to look at it like that, like if you were to fill out, like, it kind of is mysterious to me, because like if you fill out a resume about who you're a good match for, and then you actually match up resumes, sometimes the chemistry isn't there. And then sometimes you come across somebody where it's like all wrong resume wise, like if you were to fill out a resume, but the chemistry is wildly there. That's about the beingness. It's about your essence, not about the doingness, about the form, about the way it looks on paper. And so aligning is a thing of beingness. It is a verb, beingness, but it's not a doingness type verb. It's a beingness. It is constantly being. It's a presence. It's a availability for the moment, because there's so much beauty out there happening all the time. But am I seeing it? Am I bioavailable for it? Like a sunset. I could just be like busy trying to get something done, doing emails or whatever, and not even notice it. Or I could be on many different levels available for it. And it's how deeply available I can be for it is how much of that nutrient of that sunset I will receive. And it doesn't mean like, yes, if I'm doing emails indoors with blue light blasting me versus I'm doing emails outdoors and there's a sunset happening. Sure, some of those nutrients are getting through to me if I'm outside, but there are levels. There are levels of becoming more bioavailable. We think about nutrients, about how, like how can we make this a vitamin more bioavailable, but then also how can you make yourself more available for it? And one of the ways is prayer before a meal. You make yourself more available. You change the water within you. You change the water in the food too. It works both ways. And there's just deeper nourishment that happens as a result. And it's interesting because across all cultures, across all countries, across all languages, across all religions, there is one commonality. Everyone, in some way, shape, or form, has a version of giving thanks before a meal. There's got to be something to it. Amen.